don't add it.
Well, just say hello to our friends.
Hello, friends. Today I'm going to make my type of pilau, pigeon peas and rice. Pilau the way I make it, or I learn how to make it. For all my friends who requested this is your time. Okay, so let's get going. And if you like it, I know some of you reply. No problem.
No problem.
No problem. I appreciate it.
Yes.
It's good to know whether you make it or not, whether you enjoy looking at it, And one day you'll get around doing it, trust me.
All right, friends, welcome to week 2 of Veganuary. This week, my mom is sharing her version of Trinidadian Pigeon Peas Pelau. There are many ways to make this. This is simply her way of making it. We're going to start out with some parboiled rice, which you will need to wash.
This parboiled rice, I noticed it needs some washing. All right, you have to do it a little rubbing.
4 to 5 times should do the trick, or until the water runs clear. And of course, you will need some pigeon peas.
I use that canned pigeon peas because it's easier for us to procure to get here,
These also come frozen, but if you are using cans like us, then you will need to rinse these out very thoroughly as well.
Take out all that salted brine water.
You're also going to need some soya chunks. They come dry and you can soak them an hour in advance or bring them up to a light simmer before draining them out and putting them aside for later use.
1 medium-sized onion is already chopped.
You'll also need 4 to 5 cloves of garlic, which you can roughly dice.
I'm not professional, but I get there at some point in time.
In addition, you will also need salt and some gravy browning that I will talk a little bit about later, some spring onions, which you can roughly dice and put aside, as well as some fresh thyme, preferably. But of course, dried thyme will also work. And finally, a large tomato, which, again, you can roughly dice and put aside for later.
This is what you're going to use?
This is what I'm going to use.
Yeah.
Because I don't have a big iron, but I gave away all. I gave them to the temple.
Yeah.
Get my pot spoon. Okay, let me start this production. Pilau production. My very own simple pilau.
Turn up the heat to medium-high and add about 2 tablespoons of oil to your pot. We're going to start by adding all of the garlic and roughly half of the diced onion.
Don't put all one time and burn it up, just.
We're going to reserve the remaining half of the onion as well as the other seasoning items for use a little later. Then it's time to add the soaked soya chunks as well as the browning sauce. This doesn't provide any flavor, simply a bit of color. Continue cooking the chunks for about 2 to 3 minutes.
You getting the brown look?
Yeah, I see it.
Next, you can add the thoroughly washed parboiled rice and combine it with the chunks, onion, garlic, and browning sauce.
The browning again, you could always put it,
Right, depending on the color you want to achieve, right?
Yeah, very nice. Pigeon peas.
Yes.
Combine all the ingredients well.
I mean, this is not a colorful dish. This is a monochromatic sort of dish, but it is very tasty.
If you prefer a deeper color, you can always add more browning sauce.
I mean, it certainly looks meaty with the chunks.
Now that everything has been cooking for about 5 to 7 minutes, it's time to add some salt and pepper. We can certainly adjust later on, but it's not a bad idea to start building that flavor now.
The color looks great.
Yeah.
That's a nice color.
Now it's time to add some recently boiled water, or, for a variation, some coconut milk.
Always grate a fresh coconut and squeeze out the milk and we add it. It enhances it. So, but you don't really have to put it if you want. It's just plain water.
Simply add enough water to cover the contents of your pot.
How much time? Like 20 minutes?
About half an hour minimum, and then you test again if it's still hard. You add more water.
And keep cooking. Yeah, okay. Now, when does the tomato and spring onion and all?
Okay, that's what I tell you. As soon as it's started, I will put it in.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Now let it boil a little.
My mom decided to add a pimento pepper. This is not a hot pepper, it simply adds a bit of flavor, but no heat. If you don't have it, don't worry about it. Continue with the remaining seasoning ingredients. Simply add them right on top of the rice and flatten them down a little bit.
So now we're gonna put it on a low heat and leave it for how much time? 25 minutes?
Yeah.
And then we'll check?
And check it. It's good check. There's no hard and fast rule about the time. I say when it's cooked, it's cooked. You know what I mean?
After about 10 minutes, things were coming along well. You can give things a bit of a stir, make sure the ingredients are nicely combined. This is also a really great time to check the salt and make any adjustments if necessary.
Maybe I shouldn't.
At this point, you can also check the texture of the rice.
Have to put one. That's faster.
Ever the improviser, my mom has also decided to pull out a Scotch bonnet pepper from the freezer.
I have a nice Scotch bonnet pepper. It's very flavorful. So that halfway through the cooking, you put it whole. Don't cut it up and put it. Let it ooze out gradually.
In a controlled fashion.
Yes. So just put it whole.
If your rice seems a little bit dry, you can always add a touch more water and continue cooking.
Okay.
Oh yes,
Should be all done now.
we're getting somewhere now, eh?
Yeah.
Oh, there's the pepper.
There's the pepper. Oh,
Don't bust it.
don't bust.
Don't bust it.
Okay, folks, you don't have to put all of this, or you don't have to put it
Oh
now.
my.
If you're eating your food now, take your plate of food.
Yeah.
Right? Take out your plate and then put the butter on top.
Father, things smelling good?
I will clarify here that when we made this pilau, we did in fact use vegan becel. Of course, it is Veganuary. As you know, I'm sharing only vegan recipes this month on my channel.
I see it.
Where?
Or is that tomato?
Oh no,
No, that's it. Okay.
Okay, folks.
The target has been
We're
located.
searching for the pepper.
The target has been
It's been
located.
here. It's not busted, so you
No,
know,
just-
you know you could
No,
take a
but-
piece and take out the rest. It shouldn't be that hot.
After careful consideration, we did decide to burst the pepper in a controlled fashion.
But it's a small one and it was frozen, so
That has reduced its potency, you think?
yeah, I think so.
Okay.
Almost near the end here, friends. As you can see, it's very easy to pick the stems of thyme out of the pilau. We didn't bother to pick the leaves off of the stem. You don't really need to do that. This dish is done. We are at the end of our video. Having said that, I will share the recipe for this little salad that we always make alongside our pilau. I will do that in the coming weeks, but for now, thank you so much for having spent time with us, and if you give this dish a try, please let us know via the comments below. My mom does read all of your comments.
Are you getting any of the pepper?
No pepper.
You're not tasting the pepper?
So thank you very much for watching. I appreciate that. And if you like it, please press that thumbs up and the subscribe button. Until next time, have a good day. And
That's good, Mama. That's very
I don't like because you see, I am really animated sometimes with my face. And